a movie about a button on your keyboard? No, but I do have a Formula One movie to go if you want to stick around. Let's review F1 the movie. This is a spoiler-free review. So F1 the movie has the same director as Top Gun Maverick, which if you've seen it, it's pretty obvious his prints are all over it. I mean, he knows how to add sizzle. He's just good at these kind of films where you need the big production values. So then you add a little Hans Zimmer for the music in there, Brad Pitt for the lead role.
Buongiorno.
You've got a bit of magic. Now, Brad Pitt plays a former hotshot F1 racer who has a short but very spectacular career, and he's called upon. So on Sonny Hayes' team, Sonny Hayes played by Brad Pitt, he has Joshua Pearce, who is, at this precise moment, an up-and-coming rookie. He's got to prove himself, and he does feel the heat a bit with Sonny Hayes joining. Now, their dynamic is the really important thing in this movie, along with Kate McKenna, who is the technical director. That's where this really centres around in terms of the story. So they do a great job of showing different perspectives here. I mean, Joshua Pearce gets quite a good showing. There's an old dog coming back to save the day. I mean, he does feel the pressure because guess what? Doesn't make him look so great in his eyes. Now, obviously, it is a team game. I'm not an F1 fan per se, but you can understand why Joshua Pearce feels it, and he doesn't deal with it in the healthiest of ways, to be honest. But, you know, as they go through the movie, their relationship progresses, sometimes on a very rocky road. And sure, as much as his job and legacy are on the line, I mean, they're on the same team, so they've got to learn to work together. And even though I've mentioned that I'm not an F1 fan, the best sports films can absolutely get you into it no matter what it is. Just think Rocky. How many people were not boxing fans that watched that? Loads. I don't even need to do a poll to realise that. So on to the races. Were they any good? Pretty important part of the film. Yes, they were. Very simple. Well, in fact, spectacular. And you can see that the biggest part of the budget was spent on the effects and just making everything look incredible. I mean, they put all the points in there. They really get to the heart of making you feel like you're in the race, whether you're in the cockpit, you're looking on top of the racetrack, you're like having a first-person view. They put you there. It's tense. It just, you get in the moment. I mean, it's exactly the adrenaline rush that you would want from an F1 race. I mean, if you're, I'm assuming if you attend one, I never have, that you're not actually sitting on the front of the car. That might be a tad dangerous. Not an expert though. But without seeing it on the big screen, I would say you can't do justice to how beautiful this looks. And as I said, I'm not doing a spoiler review here, but even if you knew the results of the races, you'd still get into it. It's that well done. But then we get onto the script, and this is where you can see the points have been taken by the production because it's really basic. I mean, I feel like an amateur scriptwriter could have done this. I mean, this is just by the book, sports drama. I could have predicted, in fact I did predict loads of the lines, and it could have been written by ChatGPT, to be honest, at times. That was, yeah, they could have done better with that. There's really no excuse. However, if I wasn't reviewing this, I would have thought about it less because the cast just does such a great job. I mean, you do have an A-grade cast here. Brad Pitt just does his own thing. I mean, he's evolved over the decades, but he just, yeah, Sonny Hayes is playing Brad Pitt basically, which is exactly what they wanted. If it wasn't, then that is bizarre, but he just has that sort of slower vibe about him, that sort of underlying confidence. Obviously he has insecurities because a character can't just be OP'd. Not that that ever hasn't happened before. But despite the fact that he's come back to racing for the love of it and doing it for a very different reason to Joshua Pearce, he still feels the pressure. He knows that he's got to try and save his team. I mean, that's what he signed up for. He didn't do it just when, oh, I'll just have some fun and that's it. Yeah, for the love of it, but you still have that professional drive, that want to succeed, that want to, you know, you have to save your team. People's jobs are on the line. And I actually don't mind that this movie was, in a way, exactly what it should have been, generic in a way, when I complain about the script, because you can go too far away that it's like, wait, it's not a sports drama anymore, it's suddenly in space. No, you don't want it to be just this weird thing that stops it being what it is. And sports dramas have to be, to a degree, generic. I just think they could have done a bit of a better job with the script. But the casting, sure, spectacular. So whilst I am picking about the script, at the same time, it's not a switch your brain off film. I mean, you quite happily can and enjoy it in the moment, but it's done really well. It doesn't actually make that much of a difference. And instead, the race is sure. Some of the way that they end the races could have had more variation. Again, I'm trying to pick a bit because of what I'm about to say, but it's a really fun time. If a lot of movies could be at this standard, then we're going to have a good summer. But in conclusion, it's a movie about professional rivalries, mentorship, sacrifice, seeing cars go round and round a track with 100k cameras. I mean, what more do you want? But it was great fun, and I'd love to know if you thought the same. Please let me know below. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ring the bell if you want to know more about the channel, get notifications, and until next time, I'll see you later.